you don't think hard. Now, there is much that we have to get over in a short time. I don't want to worry your patient here all this afternoon. Of course, it's very warm, and I am one that is suffering the same heat you are suffering. But it is your life at stake. We have 20 million people in America today that if the truth is not told to them, everyone will die like flies. The first total war be declared tomorrow morning. Where is it a shelter for you? Where is it a refuge for you? I say, my friend, summing up the truth. If war would start tomorrow, a holy war, and you and I are wise enough to see the preparation that is now being made, it is not made to fight a certain area or government of people. It is not said to go against a certain country. It is to fight the whole entire human family of the planet Earth. That's the kind of war that we are in today. It is a war that will affect every heart of every human being and child on our planet. The Holy One says that that day even will be such day of trouble, such grief upon the people, that even it will cause even children to turn gray hairs. The Bible says there will be such a time of trouble. Never was the like before, nor will there be the like anymore after that time. You are ignorant in that time today. Who are going to aware you of these things? Who are you looking to aware you of the trouble that is now coming upon the world? Are you waiting to have your slave master to teach you this? Did he teach you anything about God and about the religion of your father for 300 years? He whipped you away from the Bible. He dared you to enter the church, right? You don't have to feel right about You was not allowed in the white man's church for over 300 years. Now today he has opened his door to you. He has translated his Bible. He has revised it and revised it and revised it. You know, and now the Bible in your home is not to no chain in lock only. It's open to you, right? And you don't understand it, and he knows you don't understand it. You are in his church. He segregated your church for you, right? He segregated your cemetery, right? He segregated everything. He segregated his house for you. Oh, right. What is all of this integration about now today? A fool. Wake up and get what? If I kick you out of my house all the week and daring you to come in my house and won't allow you to drink out of my dipper, I won't allow you to read my book. All right, all of a sudden, here is the book. Here is the dipper. Here is the door. Come here. Come here. That's right. If I'm wise, I wouldn't get afraid. I said, now you have a trick up your sleeve. Millions of ignorant black people called Negroes. You're not Negroes. There's no such thing as a race of Negroes. And anyone teach you that you should be called Negro, you are then a fool for saying that you're a Negro. You can oppose that name by anyone who calls you that. From this day on down the world, that you are not a Negro, you're a member of the Asiatic nation and from the tribe of Shabbat. Hey, Ken, if you would have me to tell the truth to you, you're not Johnny Jones. You're not Sammy Brown. You're not James Coleman. That's just not your name. That's the name of your slave master. And as long as you are called by that name and you answer to it, you belong to them. By no means will they ever teach you to get out of that name. By no means. And that they know. I'm telling you the truth. Because that name of theirs will take you to hell. Yes, they know. Johnny Jones, Sammy Brown is not the names of Almighty God. You have to have a name of God to see the hereafter. You say to yours, yes. Muhammad, you call it Muhammad, that's the name of God. That's one of God's names. It means praise. And one worthy of praise. And one that is praised and praised much. That's what it means in English. Now, you say you don't want to be called Muhammad. You're foolish. You would rather be called Mr. Woodstock, or Mr. Wood, or Mr. Tree, Mr. Ramble Tree, or Mr. Hole, or Mr. Thickpen, or Mr. Fish, or Mr. Bird. You're no bird. You're no fish. Why you want to be called by any such name? Mr. Sawyer. How you become a Sawyer? Probably you'll never have salt. Mr. Ash. Brother, let me tell you one thing. Get out of such name. The day God Almighty has said to me that He has a name for every one of you. These names will live forever. Your Bible teaches you that the name of God will live forever. And the Bible teaches you that God will come, right? And He will call you after His own name. All praises to Allah. But He can't call you by these names and say they're His name. You said name mean nothing. Rather stick around. Just stick around. Your Bible is very true if you understand it. It teaches you that all that had the name of the beast went down with the beast. All that had the name of the Father of the Lamb was seen on another shore, singing the song of victory. All praises to God. You must be awake. Someone must awaken you. It is not the fault of the white man that you are not waking up today. I'm not charging them with the fault of you not hearing the truth or believing the truth. Because the truth is now being sounded in your ear. They're not trying to prevent me from coming here to teach you the truth. That goes well with them in God, if you but know it. They are doing a favor for themselves to even allow the truth to come to you. That's right. You won't be able to tell them when the final day comes that if it had not have been for you, Mr. White Man, I would have heard the truth. He will tell you, nigger, you're alive. You say, I'm afraid to go out there and listen to that Mohammed. should you be afraid? If I am here with the truth, why should you be afraid of the truth? Is it due to you just actually by nature don't like the truth? No, you're not like that. You're made like myself. You love the truth, but you are afraid of the white man. Here he don't like it. And since he don't like it, you will pretend like you don't like it and suffer the evil consequences of rejection. He's not prevented you from taking it. The white man is doing a great favor for you in a way of speaking. I don't fault them for your ignoring the truth. I fault you. You say, well, didn't they prosecute you? Why, certainly they did. But they had it to do. They couldn't help it. And I told them they couldn't help it. And since they could not help but prosecute me, I cannot help but keep telling the truth.
Tell it, dear Father. Tell it all.
You are a great people. You are not what you have been taught that you are. You are a great people. You are members of a great nation. A nation have no birth record, and have no such thing as an end. There is no prophesying, no Bible, by no prophet or in the Holy Quran that there will come an end to the black nation. No prophesying. If you find it, bring it to me and prove it. I'm ready to get down and stop teaching Islam. There is no such thing as an end coming to the black man. He has been here ever since we had a unified, and we have history according to the word of God dates back to 72 trillion years. 72 trillion years, that same sun that you see shining out there today has been shining. And we have also a history of the star which took place in our flag of unified some 60 trillion years, pardon me, some 66 trillion years ago. And we also have a knowledge of the deportation of our planet and the moon, which took place 66 trillion years ago by one of our own scientists, which taken our explosion, as they are trying to find that same explosion today to destroy the planet. He taken our explosion, drilled a tube into a moon, which was called moon, and a lot of ancient people today refer to it as moon. It is moon. And he filled that tube full of our explosion, set it off, and it split our planet in two. That part that you see there tonight that we call moon, it was blasted away from the original orbit, pocket that we were in, some 12,000 miles, and it turned over, dropped all the water of that part on this part. That's why this part today, its surface is 3/4 covered underwater, because we have that water that once was on the moon. That's right. On that part. Yes, sir. I don't think that this is a good thing to be teaching to you, but I want to get to your history and my history. Now, a black scientist did that 66 trillion years ago. He was smart enough to try to destroy us by drilling a tube into our earth, as we call it today, surface, about 4,000 better miles. He split the planet, and this part dropped 36,000 miles from the original pocket, start rotating, or rather found the pocket, and it starts rotating, and we are the lucky people who were on this part that we didn't get destroyed with those who are what's on the moon. The moon is part of our earth. The astronomers today, they have learned that and they believe it. And God Almighty has revealed the secret of this to me, and not only the secret of the moon and the earth, but to me, but have also given to me the secret knowledge of more planets other than the earth, even to Mars, the civilization on it, and they have the language of the people on Mars, and they can speak to these people, they can question them, they can make them react to our wishes, but they cannot make us react to their will. They are a people that is not exactly like us, but they walk on 2 feet like you and I. But they are taller than we are, and they are more skinnier than we are, and they live 1,200 of our earth years. The white race has been suspecting that there was life on Mars. Not only on Mars, but there's life on Venus, there's life on many of the other planets. Some 7 planets of our solar system have life on it. And it is known. But it is not known to the white world because they are a very young people who were just brought about for the last 6,000 years, and their science, knowledge of astronomy just came about here less than 500 years ago. And the old original astronomy among our people, who today keeps his mouth shut in order that he may not enrich the present world with such knowledge, they have kept it as a secret. But today, as it is written, the secret of God and the universe must be made known, because this is the last day of this world. And my beloved brothers and sisters, you are the original people of the earth, and you have no right to be longing for social equality or integration into the white race, because you don't belong in their blood and they don't belong in your blood. I want you to know that. You'll be so foolish today that you would like to destroy your blood and their blood by intermixing. I don't think that you have 2 cents worth of knowledge, especially when you are the first and the last. The first means that you was before this world and you will be after this world. The last means that after this world. Why should you destroy yourself? Why should they offer you such opportunity today when you was lynched yesterday for even looking towards them like you wanted to marry one of their daughters? Why do they want you to marry their daughters today? Why do they want your son or your daughter to marry their son? There are not any intelligent white people that actually want this thing to happen, though they are permitting it to happen. But the lower class of both white and black loves this kind of filth. It is nothing but you filth. And you said you were a slave here for 400 years now. 300 years, your parents' back was lashed by the white slave master, and you worked for him for nothing, and was not given any freedom whatsoever. And when they said you was free about 98 years ago, they have not given to you nothing to start with. Therefore, you were handicapped to leave them, because you had nothing to go upon. So you fell right back into their power as a free slave. That you have become a
please come. They're having a little trouble with their hearing on the outside, so they want to rig me up here. I'm talking about chains of slavery. Look like the secretary here want to chain me. So, you who have suffered the land in your father, my father, for 300 years, has been subjected to the leech's rule and the limb. And his father, that he cooked your flesh, he fried your flesh in the fire for even looking at his girl. His girl didn't have to tell the truth, just say that you were looking at her like you wanted to say something. That meant your life, right? What kind of fools are you now today want to marry people who have enslaved you and have deprived you of freedom, justice, and equality, and have raped and killed you, sons and daughters, for even acting like you wanted to sweetheart with them? What kind of people are you? Are you crazy? You are crazy. Will integration make you an equal person with white people of America? No. That won't make you that equal. They're not going to give you the privilege of being the president of America. That's equality right there. If you have the equal chance of becoming the president of the country, that's different. But you are not going to get that. Are they going to divide that 50 states that they have equally with you? No. But why do you want to destroy yourself with them? Is it just only a good laugh from them and a pat on the shoulder? Is it only false promise that you want? When heaven doors now is swung wide open for you now to walk in your own heaven with your own people and with equal justice, equality with them, and you mean to tell me that you will take a false promise? Here is a true promise made to you by Allah, that He will give to you wealth and plenty wealth. He will give to you the treasures of the earth. He will give to you friendship of the people of the earth. He will prolong your life. What more do you want? You have already been deceived by your slave master. Now today, just because he said that you can vote for him, that means that you're in heaven? Does that mean that just because he said you can marry the girls and boys that he don't care that you marry, does that mean that you becoming his equal? Yes, he said not. Because he has always taken your women for 400 years. He has hunted you like a leopard. There was no equality in those days, was there? What do you want to do today? Make a fool of yourself. Walking around, a black man wants a white woman wants a black man. But I don't think the white one is a fool. They're not foolish, they're wise. They see you have an opportunity to see the hereafter. They know they don't have one. They know they were created for hell. They know that you were not supposed to follow them to hell. I say, my beloved brothers and sisters, you're making a fool out of yourself. It is you today who are the loser, who will reject your own salvation. It is not the white man out there that is stopping you from going to your aunt. It's you don't want to go to your aunt. Take a peek at what the Ku Klux Klan are writing and saying about you. Flooding the country with such pamphlets as this. With the cross, your Christian cross on it. They take your Christian cross, set it afire in your own yard, and they want to beat you up, right? Where is the God and the Jesus that don't protect this cross? Where are they? He set your church afire, burnt you in your church board. Where is the help of Jesus in his You have 38,303 churches in the country according to the government statistics. All right? What is these 38,000 churches here in America doing for your freedom, your justice? For 90 or more years, what have they did to stop the lynchers from lynching you? 38,000 churches mean 38,000 pastors. What have these pastors done in the way of freedom, justice, and equality for the black man? What have they done? They couldn't do anything about it because the pastors have been also lynched, beaten out of the church. Where was their help? If they were sent from God, he must have hid himself behind the tree somewhere. He didn't come to your help when you were being beat out of the church, dragged around over the street, beaten up in the jailhouse. Huh? When your license was provoked, where did your God go? Did he tell the white man to give them back to you? Or what happened? Huh? I said, my friend, I'm just here with the truth and don't care nothing about it hurting. The knife hurt you on the operation table, but it's trying to get rid of that which is hurting you. So if this truth is hurting you while I'm operating on you, you will feel good afterwards. At least I'm sure afterwards you will be healed and you will walk upright. The Ku Klux Klan says this is not a different race of people. This is the southern white people and the northern white people. What have they put out here before you and I? The Klan says, fire your niggers. Fire your niggers. They want you to be fired off from their jobs so that you will become helpless, perish to death, be subject to them so that they can treat you as they want to. I said, they are not the only one. There's some Klansmen around here in Catholic churches, in Baptist churches, in Methodist churches, in sanctified churches. There Ku Klux Klans everywhere. I saw lots of them as I was coming to Baltimore today. They don't have to put on a hood. He says, yeah, fellow white men, I want you to listen to that, because you are the type of people who are so foolish, you just love everybody but yourself. And you have that old foolish teaching among you, talking about, we must love everybody. We must love our enemies. You're a bigger fool than God himself. God himself don't love his enemies. Read this book for yourself, and you will find that God said he will destroy all of of his enemies. And you said, love them. Do good by them. God himself won't do good by them. He appointed a day of judgment to destroy them. Now, if you're going to do good by them, then you are one of them. You're not with God. You're with the enemy of God. He said, we must defend ourselves. Now, they must defend themselves. Think over that now. They must defend themselves. You, their slave, have you here helpless, under their foot, in their power. Don't have anything but a promise of a job among them. Don't own one state in their union. Don't own no seat in the justice court of the Supreme Court, pardon me. You don't have a representative sitting there to represent your people here for justice on the Supreme Court. That's right? No, you don't have one there. You don't have one in no other court. Though you are there, pretending that you are seeking justice, but you are giving that justice according to the way they want you to give it. And I always hate to go before a black judge, because I know he's going to throw the book at me in order to get promoted by the white judge. Why are you like that? Because you are filled with fear, and this fear was put into you when you were babies. And you nursed it from your mother's breast. She also nursed it from her mother's breast. It's been of old, centuries. For centuries it has come down to you. Put fear in the Negro. What must we do today to get that fear out of you? Give you the knowledge of yourself and the knowledge of your God and the knowledge of Islam, the true religion, and when you accept these three, you have no more fear. The Alabama Klansman who nailed the sign on the tree. There's a sign on the tree here in Alabama. It reads, white people buy your nigger work. Now in Alabama, where you slaved for him those 300 years in servitude slave. Right? Now he says, buy that nigger, get him out of here. He don't need you no more, right? He have invented machines, tractors to plow his earth for him. He don't need you to plow no mules anymore. He has his own machinery to harvest his crops. He don't need you to harvest his crops. What he needs with you? So go buy the old nigger, put him out. He's beginning to think now he wants to be one of us. Get rid of this nigger around here asking to be white folks. You here in Baltimore and in Washington and in New York and in Philadelphia, Chicago, Los Angeles, all throughout the northern country and west and eastern part of the country, in Boston, running around grabbing the arm of white people. Oh yes, it's all right for us to mix here. I could take you and drop you in the Atlantic Ocean. You don't think over the brutality that is going on daily on the heads of your own black men and women. Some of your women are beat and trampled upon like beasts. And yet you stand with folded arms, unable to do anything but just that. That's a shame. That's a shame. It is a shame for you to stand up there, a big old black strong man, and say, just like hell, you would not test them. I'm scared. They beat me. I'm scared. You should be beat. If I had old college people like that, I would beat you myself. I wasn't able to fight back, well, then I just beat you at will. Every time you make the angle, I'd beat you. Yeah, I would do the same, and you would do the same. Nobody respects the coward. But everybody respects a fighter. You have been made harmless in a good name the Bible gives to you, sheep. Sheep. You just like sheep. Wolf helped himself to the sheep and the others graze right around. That's right. Stand up. They don't put up no fight. No. I said to you, my friend, you couldn't live nowhere on this planet Earth with such cowardice in you. This kind of cowardice is not absolutely welcomed by no nation. Even your black African brother will not welcome you with such. I know many of you been to Africa, as I was there the first 30 years myself. Many of you. But they don't want no cowards. They want people that have some backbone. Not a homeless person who will fold up at anything. They want some backbone in you. And here you say, let us go to Africa, let's go to Africa. Who wants you? In your condition, they don't want you. That's right. I traveled from Turkey, stopping in every capital, all the way down to Sudan and Ethiopia, and back to Arabia and visit Jeddah, Mecca, and Medina, and stopped in that other little place out there where the oil well is going on. I forget the name of it at the present time. And into Pakistan. And left home Pakistan, I was there. And I talked with everyone that was worthwhile. And I know they are really happy that I'm teaching you Islam, but they know that I'm having a hard job doing it. So many of them, with tears in their eyes, running down their cheeks, say to me, hugging and kissing me, said, brother, I pray Allah that you be successful in getting our people into Islam, that we may be united again. We will get out of our houses here for them. They're offering you their home. They offer you absolutely palaces, provisions, if you will come to them. They said to me, if you will stay here with us, if you don't like this palace, we will build you one. I said, no, I must go back to my people because I have a job. They are real happy that you are now, some few of you are accepting Islam. Why? Because they know that Islam is the last religion of the people of earth. Yeah. And that if you don't accept it today, you are the loser. They can't help you. They can't take you back in their home believing in Christianity. They are driving Christianity off their land, off their farm, chasing it away, and throwing the Bible back to the missionary, telling him to get out with his book and don't come back. They're doing that. And know Jesus No God is chasing them for doing such. My friend, you could take and do away with all the Christianity on the face of the earth, the kind that you have. And the God will smile to you and bless you. Jesus' religion was not Christianity. Christianity came after his death. I want you to know that. You know it yourself. Christianity is an organized religion, and it stays in the hands of those who organize it. They have the head of the church, they call him Father. They recognize him as Father, the Pope of Rome, right? That is the head of your church and the Father of it. You say the head of my church is Jesus. When did Jesus the head of the church? If they're prophesied in the Bible that he would even return to the church. No. The Bible, the last book in the Bible, teaches you that when Elijah comes, when Elijah said to you, after him God will appear. And God will appear in his holy temple, not in the church. Holy temple means the mosques of Islam. Not these kind of things, brother, that you have here saying, in this house God has put his name. God never put his name in the church. No. He put his name in the mosque of Islam, not in the church. That's right. I said to you, you are wrong for believing like that, but you are not absolutely responsible for it. No. Because you had no teacher of your own for the last 300 or 400 years. I am your first direct teacher from God, so I don't charge you for believing like you are, but I will charge you for remaining in such foolish things.
We here at Messenger Elijah Muhammad Propagation Society want to take this time to thank you for your continued support. For additional lectures, books, and discs, contact information will be given at the end of this lecture. Once again, thank you for supporting MEMS.com.
And I, here in Christian America, is life and heart that the master has turned a loose to go and crack some grass somewhere out there in the woods or in the pasture, because he's tired of feeding that heart good corn, good oats from his barn. He don't need the old horse, and the old horse won't die. So he just tells the old horse to go outside of the lot and try and get you some grass and eat it. I don't need you for the job I have. So now you can look for your own living. When night comes, he sometimes will not even open the lot gate to allow the old horse to come back inside of the lot. Believe it or not, he will leave the old horse out there, and next morning you find the old horse lying down at the gate, reminding you that I didn't find another lot of stalls outside like yours, and I decided to wait for you to open the gate this morning so I can get back in the lot. That is the condition of you. The government of America has declared you and I to be free people. That right? Frankly, you feel pretty proud talking it all right enough, but actually... Now, if the government of America has declared you and I to be free, and that we can go for our own selves, why didn't we go for ourselves? 100 years ago, why didn't we go for our own selves? Why? Because we didn't know ourselves. And
Since we had not the knowledge of self, we could not be ourselves. Therefore, we are still lying around the gate, begging rich America to be merciful to us, to give us a job so that we can make a living and a wage scale. We get pretty proud. Give us the same wages now you give yourself. Is that right? He don't have no rights to do so. He can easily tell you and I, listen, Negro, you are free. Go build you a factory like I have. Employ your own people. Now, for 100 years, you have been begging me for a job. I give you a job for 300 years, and I clothe you and fed you. Now here you telling me to still give you a job, and then give you equal salary. All right. Since you don't know and won't learn and will not go from me, take whatever I give you. That's what he can tell you. You say, oh, I don't want to hear Muhammad talk like that while we trying to get we get enough from that old stuff. Many times we get up from a stuff and get to the worst stuff. I know you feel proud. Have a little patience, brother and sister. We go have dinner after a while. We all may get hungry after a while ourselves, like you. But forget about the physical food. Try and get some spiritual food for yourself. If we are free, listen. If America's government recognizes that that they have actually freed us, and we are free to go to our own, why they try and hinder us from going to our own? If we are free to return to our own, why America's government tries to prevent any teacher of our kind from entering this government, teaching us of the knowledge of our own self, or rather, in words, prepare us for the return to our own. Why don't they allow them to come in and teach us? We have plenty of them standing on the outside, would desire to come in, help qualify us for self-independence. But he won't allow them among us. He ran them out. As soon as he finds them among us, say you're going to make trouble here. If we are free, then all right, and you will not give us part of your house. We are making trouble to you. And this person will also away from you the trouble that you are having with us. But no, you don't recognize us to be free. You don't want us to be free. It's only in the word. That's right. You don't want us to be free, Christian America. You want us to forever be your subjects. Right. To treat us as you please. You don't come among us trying to teach us that, listen, Negroes, go and get you a name from your own people. You are not white people. Why should you be called Mr. Johnson? My people call you that when they own you as a slave. Naturally, the master should call his property after his own name. But you are not my Negro today? Why don't you go back to your own nation, seek your own name there, or go in the name that your nation has, and going in? Why don't you go and seek your nation to give you a home among them? If you want us to be free, and you have declared us to be free indeed, all right, let's carry it into practice since you know that your father blind, deaf, and dumb died. Why don't you make us see? Why don't you make us see here? And put us on the road to ourselves so that we will not be no problem in your midst. You won't do that. Then you just want us for a tool in your midst, and you're not going to give us justice. You can't do so. Why can't we do so, Elijah? Because it is not in your nature. It's impossible. The material is not in you. Therefore, we can't seek justice and get it from you. It takes a righteous person to give justice. No evil person will give justice unless there's a price to it. But a righteous person, that is his absolutely practice. That's the nature of him, is to do justice. In these days, in these years, in the past, my friends, we have studied and we have practiced, we have learned from experience that Christian America preaches that which they don't do. They teaches love, but to whom do they love? They certainly don't love you and I. Do you think if they love us, would the government have to send an army to enforce their law that they give for you and I? The government today has to have an army to try to enforce the law of integration. Then it's not getting results. That's right. Now they want to take all of that back. And in fact, about it, when the next president is elected, you might not have any of it there to look at all. You are proud of your learning? Let's put it to practice. You are proud that you are American-born so-called Negro, and that you have your degrees from colleges and universities of America? Let's put it in practice. You said that you're a free Negro. All right, let's see how free can you walk and talk. If you are a free Negro, then get out of the land of bondage and go to a free land of your own. You say, I don't want to go no place. Then you want to be a subject, slave. Is that right? I don't want to leave here. Lazarus did not want to leave the rich man's table. But when fire got a hold to the master, Lazarus was ready to fly away from the rich man. I think America is doing a lot of good for you and I, and then I say it's doing a lot of harm. They take and give to you soup if you don't have work. They give to you bread if they don't have work for you. They know you are lazy. They know you don't think for yourself. They know you depend on them to think for you. So since you are so in love with them and have so much confidence and trust in them, they give you a little soup until they can give you a little work. But I said that is not yet good. They should teach you to be yourself. They should teach you how to get on the road to self and become an independent nation like all other nations. You admire Ghana being independent today, about 5 or 6, 7 million people, a little better than 5 million people. You admire them. What do you look like at my Ghana? We're over there in Africa, on the shore of Africa, thousands of miles away. What are you admiring them for? That's what I want to know. What are you admiring Ethiopia for? What are you admiring any of your people on the outside of America for their independence? What are you admiring them for? Are they making you independent? Huh? They're not trying to make you independent in America, are they? Well, here where you want to live. Are you trying to be independent in America? No. Why? You free? Why should not you try to be independent? I'm scared. That's right. You are scared even to say that you want to be independent. And in some parts of Christian America, some white Christian will kill you if you even say that in their presence. I have been in places in America that if you would dispute the white man's word, whether he was lying or telling the truth, he would out with his gun and blow your brains out. And nothing to it. And it's still like that. But yet you love America. You love the white man. You love him so much so that you hate God for telling the truth on it. You love him so well that you don't want God to say today that that's my enemy, the devil who was made 6,000 years ago to deceive my people. You don't want him to say that. You want him to say, he's my angel. That right? You don't want any credit with God unless he gives your slave master credit. What can he give your slave master credit for? Credit for making you a slave? That's all he has done. That's all the credit I know. He certainly has made you a absolutely permanent and a certified slave. He made you so much in love with himself and his cruelty that today you rather suffer anything that he pour upon you like evil than to go from him. You admire Ghana being a free little state, very small state. You can't go over there and live in Ghana. Some of us here think that we can get up, go over there and get us a home. Where those people going to live if you're going to go over there and crowd them out with your millions? They won't have no place to live. Why don't you start right here? I am free. I'm starting here. And if I find a home over there, I'm going to be working for a home all the way wherever I can find some free land for the American so-called Negro, that's going to be our home. Why don't you start right here?
That's right.
I'm satisfied that you have been reading that I want some earth for you. I'm preaching it to you this afternoon. I want some of this good earth for the so-called American Negro.
Yes, sir.
If Moses had love enough for the Hebrews 4,000 years ago to go and preach to them that God had chose them to be his people and to deliver them and give to them a country wherein that they could be self-independent. I have the same love for you today, and I do believe and know that there is a place on this earth where that you can be free and independent and will lie down and sleep, not afraid of anyone coming sneaking around your house to rob or kill you. Looks pretty little and insignificant, but follow me, and I will get for you a home on this earth that you can call yours. Yes, sir. But you must know yourself. You can't go and live in the midst of your people on this planet Earth nowhere unless you first have a knowledge of yourself. And I'm here with that knowledge for you, if you will just accept it. Let's see, who are we? When we were brought here in America 400 years ago, according to the history of our enslavement by Christian white people. I want you to remember they were Christians. They were not sinners, they were Christians. Yes, that made our fathers slaves. Yes. And it was Christians who did not allow our fathers to become Christians.
That's right.
For 300 years. It was not sinners, it was Christians. What was our history? You are historians, you are students of history. What was the history of our people beyond the entry into slavery here in America? Where were they? You answer, in Africa. All right. How long had they been in Africa? Let's chase up the history of our people and see who we are. If you don't know yourself, it's due to the fact that you don't know your own history. But if you know your own history, you know yourself. How long had our fathers been in Africa before the white man went there and brought them into the Western Hemisphere as slaves? And where did they go from? Or where were they from when they went to Africa? Or did they originate in Africa? You are scholars and scientists. Why don't you know these things? If we are a people that should not be respected, an outcast of the civilized world, what was our fathers before ever that we came to America to come into the realization that we are outcasts and unwanted people in this society of nations? Where did we came from and where our fathers? Was our fathers ever anything? That's what I would like to know. God has revealed.
Almighty God has said to me that before ever that the white man brought us from that particular country, we had been there in that particular country 50,000 years. He again said to me before going there, we were in what we call Arabia today, which that whole entire peninsula, as they call it, the peninsula, pardon me. Before ever that white man came there, that country they call Arabia, or a peninsula. This particular country that you now call Arabia and have it divided up into many other states were all called Arabia, meaning the first, all called Asia. And the continent of Africa was called, that particular continent was called at that time the jungles of East Asia. And our people that is there today, they came from a saint who wanted to make a people that was capable of withstanding the hot sun and could get along even in the jungles with beasts and otherwise. So he goes to the other scientists, numbering 24, pleaded with them to allow him to take his family into the jungles of East Asia to make the people that he thinks that would be capable of withstanding anything of nature. And that man was one of the tribe of Shabbat. The tribe of Shabbat, the original tribe of Shabbat, excuse me, sometime I blunder because of the force of trying to get over what all I have to say. Sometime I blunder and not pronounce my words clearly. This man, we are tracing our own father's history now, the history of our fathers. This man, belonging to the tribe of Shabbat, being our father, the father of us, from 50,000 years ago up to today. For 50,000 years he has acted, or rather he's in the place as a father of us. Before this tribe of Shabbat produced that man, that saint, they were a tribe of Shabbat called the number one tribe before our deportation from Moon.
And that deportation from moon took place 66 trillion years ago. And it was one of the tribes and the only scientific tribe that escaped that great disaster of exploiting our planet in those days, that came with this part. This part dropped 36,000 miles from the original pocket that it was in at that time of explosion. That explosion, our blast, caused this part to drop. Listen good, because there's science in it, and some of the students that studying it, I do want you to pay good attention. It dropped 36,000 miles from that original pocket that she rotated in. Get it good. And that part that you see up there tonight, called moon, in this blast, and from the force of this blast, taking it 12,000 miles away from that original pocket. And this dropping 36,000 miles from the original pocket found another pocket to start rotating again, or rather it didn't never stop. It was too short a distance for the planet to completely slow up its speed of rotation. If it had had in it such thing as a slow up, it would have affected the people. But it didn't slow up. The blast that was made and the drop that the planet made due to the blast kept the planet still rotating at its same rate of speed. At least the sun, who causes and compels the earth to rotate on an axis, did not lose any power of attraction on either part. She kept both parts moving around in that orbit as this other part follows us. And it also is now attached to the same part that it came from for power to continue to rotate. So she rotates in our orbit right on in the same, or rather running around the same planet that she came from. This particular tribe, we after the history of our fathers. This particular tribe that our fathers came from, when the earth was split after that flash, for we call it explorer. It was our scientists, the first of our fathers was the first scientist, I should say, that started exploring the earth after that blast, the deportation of moon from the earth, or the moon rather deportated from the moon. They found on our planet Earth the best spot to make a home on. They covered the entire earth. It was our fathers. We are from that same tribe. And they are the ones who set up history for us. They wrote it, they told about it. We have it today in the holy city, Mecca, put away in a safe-keeping vault where no man is able to get to and catch or look on the history except people. There's only 12 people on our planet today that have the privilege to look into that history, and they keep the knowledge within themselves. Among the 12, the only one that has broke the secret, or rather has made known the secret of that book, it is that 12th one today who is now acknowledged by the 11 to be God in person. That book contains all what happened among us before we made the moon. I say we because it was our fathers that made it. I have ways to prove the truth of this. If you are scholars and scientists, I will say to you astronomers, you have a way of proving whether this is the truth or not. Before we made this moon that you see tonight, we had Venus, we had Mars serving as our moon for this earth. And our earth at that time was approximately 10,000 miles in diameter. And it was about 36,000 miles in circumference. While today it's only about, it's 24,800, 900 it is. 24,926 miles, that's right? No, 896. 24,896 miles around with the equator. That's the exact. We say approximately 25,000 miles. Right straight through the earth at the equator, it's 7,926 miles. While before the deportation of moon, she was approximately 10,000 miles through. And she was about 36,000 miles around with the equator. She has always been egg-shaped. When the moon was with the earth still was egg-shaped. Never has been a total round sphere. She's egg-shaped. So it was our fathers that came with our planet. It's our fathers today who have produced it for us, what we have. And the God that we have today is from that same Father. Yeah. Oh, I don't want that. I want to bring you into the knowledge of yourself. There is no such thing as there is a God other than us. That's a grave mistake for you to try to produce a God other than man. We, the black man, has been God ever since that we had a life germ in the universe, and the first life germ in the universe was us. This is from God himself. The first life germ was capable with its own intelligence of self to cause what you and I see today to come into existence from nothing. It had no basis. there was no base to create a sun nor a moon. But he created it himself by the power of his own intelligence. As we today are fast learning that the intelligence of the scientists today can bring into being our brains. Anything that we can conceive in our brains, we can make it a reality. That's the God. You are learning that. The white race today are bearing me witness that man is God. The white man today once was as dumb could be.
That's right.
Let's pick up on his history in a few minutes. Today you have a Bible with you, and you have the Holy One. Those books was taken, the base of them was taken from that same great book that I'm making mention to you, that is preserved, I should say, in the Holy City Mecca. There is no such thing as a prophet gets any scripture dropping out of the sky. There never was no book dropped out of the sky to no prophet. And don't look for one today. Unless you carry it up there and drop it back down. The scripture that we call Bible, Holy Quran, were already preserved. It already had been written thousands of years before ever that it was given to a prophet. 15,000 years ago, 24 saints gotten together, so God has revealed to me 23 of them were ordered by the 24th one to write the present Bible and Holy Quran that you and I now have. That is not all of that book. It's a great book. It's just little portions from that book that is given to a certain prophet for his people and for that time. They are limited. The time is limited. All the scripture that you have is limited scripture. There is no permanent scripture that you have. It's all limited. There are permanent records made of them, and permanent records, they will be kept. After this world, or judgment of this world, this history that you now know will be put away, and you, the public, will never read anything of it anymore. If there be civilization for 1 million or 20 billion years from now, no common people of that civilization will ever read the history of this world. Why? The answer is this: that this world is opposed to the world of righteousness, and the next world is a world of righteousness. Therefore, the next world will forbid any teachings or readings of anything other than right. So that if you would read of such world and practice the arts of this world, you will have this world living into the next world. So to deprive you of that practice, the God have said to me that they're going to burn this world and burn all of their literature so that you won't get a hold of any of it in the hereafter to practice from. Now even to read. He has said to me that he was going to destroy it and not allow you to carry any out if you are one of the lucky ones that's going on. I'm not too sure you are going to be that lucky. But anyway, if you are lucky to go out, you won't carry anything with you but yourself. Now, will you be allowed to speak the language of this world after 20 years after you have gone out of it? 20 years from that day, you won't be able to speak one word of English. This world is the world of white people. This is the world that is doomed for total destruction. Why? Because the white race are evil people. They were created evil. They was not good in the beginning. They never was good. They can't be good. They was made of the essence of good. Therefore, you can't make them good unless you could remake them all over again. You will have to regraft them and put them back into that in which they were taken from. And that which they were taken from was in the germ of the righteous. And now to restore that back to the germ of the righteous, you will have to do the same, or rather, set up the same law and carry them through the same process that they were brought through in trying to make them what they are. It was an original man, a black man, who was the father of the makings of the white man. Whether he like it or not, that is true. His name was Yakub, white himself. But he knew how to make a white race. And he made the white race by grafting them out of the germ of the black man who have that particular germ in him. It is the black man today who have a brown germ in his germ that is capable of producing, or rather being taken into its last stage, and the last stage would be white. By setting up a birth control law, you can drive the brown germ into its last stage, and that last stage will be pale white. Then it's no more brown, it is no more black. It is not one of them, now even a member of that. It's something to itself then. Altogether, like a mule is brought from a ducky and out of a horse. The mule is no more a horse. The Bible describes them as goats and sheep. That's right. The picture of the righteous. It don't mean none other than the black and the white. The black man is under the type of a sheep, and the white man under the type of a goat. That's all it means. And these two people must be separated from each other. There's no white people that won't agree with me on that. I don't care what the white man's government, what his scientists agree on. You integrating with them, you becoming one of them. It just can't be done successfully because it will make God and his prophets liars. God and his prophets have said that there will be a separation at the end of this world's time. Only meaning at the end of the white man's time. That you and I must be separated from them. And you have it in the Bible where it says, in that day every man shall go to his own. there's a law that they teach called the seventh-day Sabbath law, that none should work on that day. Not even the maid servant, nor the manservant, nor the ox, nor the ass shall do any work on that day. You shall let all rest, and you shall rest. It only means this, that the 7,000 years will bring an end to the white man's time and into him making slaves out of the black man. And he cannot no more claim them to be his slaves, nor can he claim that day, that 1,000 years, to be his year of rule. That's all it means. Therefore, they work 6 days, and on the 7th day, they rest and call it the Sabbath day. It means that when we have lived 6,000 years on this planet Earth, we will be taken away, and in the 7,000 years will come the rightful owner of the planet. The Lord of that day will come. And he whose right it is will rule. Then he whose right it is to rule is the honor of the earth. Certainly they don't like to hear this. I wouldn't like to hear it myself if I was them. But I can't help it. They will agree with me that this is the truth. That's right. They say, well, don't tell the truth. Well, what am I going to tell a lie? You have lied. I can't lie now. Well, keep it to yourself. I can't keep it to myself. My heart will burst with all of this in it. I can't keep it to myself. I must tell it. Yes, sir. Even if God had forbidden me to tell it, I can't help it. By nature, I will be whispering. You should be happy. You should be happy. Woman, you should be proud of yourself. You look at yourself today because of the marks of slavery have taken away your beauty as you think it has, and it has in a way of speaking. But I say you still have life in you, and you still are a member of your nation. You should be happy that you are a black woman today. There is thousands of white women today that if they had your opportunity, they would not dare say, make me white. There are thousands and hundreds of thousands of intelligent white men today, if they were in your stead, they would not dare be any other place but a black man. The intelligent white man knows, as I know, that you have a unlimited future, but theirs is now gone. Their sun is going down. It is not going down, it's gone down. My beloved brothers and sisters, please be a hearer today. Listen at what God has revealed to you and I. Don't be proud and boastful. What do you have to be proud and boastful in? Other than yourself? You don't have nothing of yourself. All what you have is your slave master. Well, now, what are you proud and boastful? You can't be proud and boastful in that. Get something of your own and be proud of that and boast in what is of your own. We are a people that their history, there is no record of our beginning. Our fathers have no beginning.
There is nothing that no white scientist or black scientist today can point out to you and I that this is your beginning. We don't have a birth record. It is so old that the marks and all traces is removed by age and time. Therefore, we can't find no beginning because time has erased it. And therefore, we said we didn't have a beginning because the sun don't show it, and we can't find it in the stars, and we can't find it in the moon, nor in the earth that we are. So what are we going to say? We said nothing but we had no beginning and we don't see an end. You should be proud of yourself. Be yourself and be wise. You are the best. You don't think you are the best because of the way you have been treated by this world. You don't think you're the best because that they have made you inferior. But wake you up. Pull your eyes wide open again, and you will straighten up your hung down head and lift up your drooped shoulders, and you'll walk the street proud, step high, look high, and be high, if you only have the knowledge of yourself. You are afraid today because that you think you're walking on the white man's earth. But wake up, my friend. Be yourself and know yourself, and you will walk heavily upon the earth, knowing that it's your earth. Your fathers made it for you. They have it in the book. It says the earth belongs to the Lord. These are the Lords that it belongs to, the black man. If you believe in that slavery teaching of God and of his angels and of his religion as you have been taught and made to believe, you are really miserable, disappointed today. There is no such thing as a spirit God in the sky, nor even on the earth. I know I'm running into bad with even Muslims. A lot of Muslims will argue with me until that we actually get the knife and start cutting through. Then they gladly eat the slice that I cut. There is no such thing as a God out there that is formless, have no form, and is not a human being that is looking after our affairs or having interest in our affairs. No such thing as that. I will defy all the Christians on the planet Earth to prove this. And if they can prove that there weren't out there, that here is my prayer, and is tuning in on me, and he don't have brains, he don't have no flesh, no bone, no nothing but just like the air here, and yet he listens in on me. I will defy you and all the world to prove something like that. There's nothing like that. I will say, get out, you tramp, if you think that you are trying to do something like that to me. I will call that kind of God a prince. He just don't exist. I dare him to even try shooting on me. Oh, I thought he was an infidel. No, I'm not an infidel. I have a God with me. I believe in God. But I want to bring God to you. You don't believe in God. What you believe in don't even exist. There's no God up there listening to you. There's no such thing that the Spirit produced it, Jesus, 2,000 years ago, and he was the father of it. No, any more than one produced it you like that. That's all nothing in the world but fact that you should look. There's no such thing, brother. There's no such thing as Jesus somewhere sitting down listening to you and I. There's no such thing as that. Jesus is as dead as Adam, Noah, Abraham, and Moses, and Muhammad, 1,400 years. He's just as dead as any of them. I defy any of you to come up here and contact him. I know that you don't like it, but I can't help it. I know one thing. You are not responsible for it. Remember, just a while ago, I was teaching you that you just was taught Christianity less than 100 years ago. And that for 300 years, the slave master, the Christian, would not teach you anything of Christianity. Is that right? Well, now, you're not responsible for what they have taught you. Are you? You're not responsible for the translation of the Bible. You didn't do that. You had nothing to do with that. So if it's not right, then I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to those who are responsible for teaching you like you are. And what they have taught you. There's no such thing. God is a live human being, as your book teaches you. He's a living God. The Bible prophesies of the coming of a son of a man who will be God. Is that right? Behold, the Son of Man cometh. He didn't say the Son of a Spirit. It don't read like that. It said, behold, the Son of Man cometh. And every eye shall see him. Let's get down to facts and stop being rebellious against facts and try and learn facts. Then we can reason with each other on the principles of truth. But this contrary against truth, disputing without any knowledge, don't get us no place but into the shackles of slavery. That's right. That's all it does. Let us agree on facts as they exist. We can't produce a son without a woman. We got to have a woman to produce the son. And that is proof in the birth of Jesus. If God was a spirit or other than man, why did he use the woman then to produce the son? And if he was other than man, when that son paid the debt or fulfilled his mission that his father sent him to fulfill, why did the father receive him as a man? Why didn't he leave that body here? Why do the book say he saw the whole thing going up? We didn't see the whole thing coming down. what we're saying. If God is not a man, why are he interested in your and my affairs? We are men. That's right. Even take the almond world. One almond will not be interested in another unlike almond. Is that right? They don't have no part with each other. They don't care for each other. That's right. Well, if God was something other than human beings, he would not care for human beings. Think over it. Reverend, I am not against you as you have said I am. I'm with you with the truth. Just stop falling after the white man's trichology and come on, let's talk through. They said, our Bible. I know our Bible. When did it become any more your Bible than my Bible if it's a revealed book? If God revealed the book, then it's all our Bible. And they refer to the Muslim Holy One as your Bible, your Holy One. But my Bible said it. When did you produce the Bible? It's ignorant. If it's God's word, it's all our word. We're all on. But if it's the deceiver word, the arch-deceiver, who is the devil himself, if he has poisoned that word, then it's not all God's word, it's some God's word. Look, the other day I saw in the paper where the white man was calling me Mr. Pooh. I wonder why in the world he wanted to call me Mr. Pooh for. He said he just taken the name Muhammad, but his right name is Pooh. If right name is Pooh, is my name, then I should be a white man. Pooh, Mr. Pooh. Think over that, calling me Mr. Pooh. He wanted me to be himself so bad. He would like that I be Mr. White Pooh. But I'm not white. I don't call myself after white people. What I look like representing myself after white people when I'm not white. But they would like that you do so. What is the secret reason for that? They know that this is the end of their time. They know that you will go to hell with them if you stay in their name. Therefore, they want you to stay in that name and not come in no such name as Muhammad, Kareem's, and beyond, because such names have a future forever on this planet Earth. They know these names will live forever. But they know Pooh, Jones, Brown, Culpeppers, and whatnot is going to pass away with this world. They know that. So they are trying to deceive you, and you are fool enough to hope my name is Sam Jones. Mr. Foolish Black Sam Jones. Don't know his own name, boasting that he's the slave of white Sam Jones. With the arms full of diplomas and degrees, here he goes, I am Sam Jones, American Negro. With all of those degrees, he have not as yet learned that he's not Sam Jones, nor is he a Negro. The name don't mean anything. And the Bible teaches you everyone, bring everyone that is called by my name. And all that had the name of the beast went down with the beast. But everyone that had the name of the Lamb's father, he went in. Is that right? Bring everyone, Isaiah said, that is called by my name, and I will give them a name after my name. I will give them a name that shall live. I will give them a name that will not pass away. As I live, praise the Lord, so shall my name live. That right? All praises be to the Lord. I say, my friend, wake up. You are in love with a nation whose time is up, whose day has expired, and their sun has set. I say, my friend, I call you to your own nation. I'm not asking you to hate them. Love them if you want to. But I say, all that love them, all that want to go along with them, shall go to hell far with them. Yes. God has said to me that he was going to burn every one of them. I'm not saying this out of their hearing. I'm saying this in their hearing. I know they are listening to me. God has said he would bring every one of them and bring up all that they have created, and he will build a new civilization altogether. I'm sorry. I was too late. The time is just about up. I want to say to you, I have a letter here that I must read, but I feel like that. I wished I had a little more time. But I said, please take note. You are too proud. You have your diploma in your education, and you think that you should be white. You are too proud. The white man's education have made you too proud. So proud until you hate your own self and your own kind. I say you need to be re-educated into the knowledge of yourself and your kind now. Learn something about your own black people. You say, I don't see nothing the black man has done. I want to say to you, we are the makers of everything. Ask the white man, where did he get his learning? Huh? Ask him that. All that he knows, he got it from us. If we have made anything, look under your feet. Look above your head. Look around you. See, don't you see some objects? Ask us who made them. Ask us who made this that you stand on. We are the makers of everything. You have nothing. What is this world? As the Holy One teach you and I, it is nothing but a world of sporting play. Nothing to it, nothing permanent about it. We make worlds of worlds. Stick around and see. The day have come for the truth. The poor black man is bone a coward under the white man's lash. Lashing him night and day, shooting him down in his family, just to frighten the members of his family to not dare disobey him. Go walk into his home and shoot the father or the mother down. Beat them all to death right there in the midst of the children, in order to make these children come up fearing white man. I say, my friend, Islam will take that fear out of you. God over in Islam will remove that fear. I don't have any fear. I don't care if I was lynched this afternoon. I would not be lynched fearing. I would not yet fear the lyncher, because I do know he who is behind me have power over him. Come, one of you here, pardon me, the time is up. We have to get out of here, and I do love to teach the truth. I do love to see you come out to listen to the truth. But I said to you, my friend, you are sitting here. I must tell you this before you go. You are sitting here listening for something that will be good for you today and tomorrow. I said to you, my beloved brothers and sisters that is sitting here before us this afternoon, that you need the hope. One of the number one things or needs that you need today. It is a home. You don't have no home. You in America at the mercy of the American white man. You don't have no home here. If he sells you a home, he can go and bum it and shoot it up if he wants to. Or take you out to honor and lynch you. You don't have no home here. I tell you, and I need to unite, get a home on this earth that we can call our own home. You need some of this big old earth. There is 57,255,000 square miles of land sticking out of water. You don't have none of that. I said to you, the white man robbed the Indian of this country, killed the Indian and taken it away from him. All right, the old Indian had been here for 16,000 years. White man was created 6,000 years ago. The Indian had 10,000 years. Years ago, the Indian had 10,000 years here as a citizen before ever the creation of the white man. We drove him out of East India, walked him across the cold, icy Bering Strait into the Western Hemisphere. But disobedience there, 16,000 years ago. And his gun. Is that right? By death, he's gotten his country by bloodshed. The Bible teaches you, woe unto he that builds a city upon blood. Is that right? You will learn some sense some of these days. This is not the white man's home. Not even the Western Hemisphere is his home. In fact about it, he don't really have no permanent home on the earth. You and I need a home. Let you and I get together, get us a home to ourselves on this old planet Earth, and stay out of the white man's house. And then we will live in peace, get along with each other in peace, and we will feel more at home when we can look around and see every member in our house black members. But when we look around in a house and we see black, brown, yellow, red, white, these colors all cannot get along in peace together. They must be separated. And fact about it, the Bible teaches you that God even has much separated the races one day. Is that right? And that he will in the last day separate the people. Is that right? All right, then what are you arguing about? No white man will talk like that. White man says, stay white man. Yeah, the Negro, don't say stay white. Let us be your brother, and we're all married together. We're all God's people. We're all from one Father. We're not from one Father. Our Father is not their Father, and his Father is not our Father. As the Bible teaches you in John there in the 8th chapter around the 44th verse, it says that Jesus said, your father is the devil. And if you were the children of Abraham, you would love me. Taking these people out from even the nation of Abraham and even of being the people of the true God. You are the children of the devil. I know your father. Your father was a liar and a murderer from the beginning. And I saw your father fall from heaven. He refers to the fall of Adam from the Garden of Eden in those words. And the murder, Adam was a murderer and his children murdered. Is that right? And the whole race of the Adamic people today are liars and murderers. Right? If I'm not right, then shoot me down. Then if I'm right, keep me standing up. Now, I want to read a letter here that will probably acquaint you with all of the trouble that is going on in Holland. Who is behind it? Who is behind the Times Magazine writing an article in there on me and trying to charge me with hate speech? Here is the author here. He wrote me a letter. And that is the imperial wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. I want one of you to come up here and read this letter that is not a...
1 Thessalonians 2, 14, 16. St. John's 8, 44 and 48. Christian Knights of the Ku Klux Klan. Arch Leader J.B. Stoner, Imperial Wizard, August 6, 1959, Louisville 4, Kentucky. Suite B, 702 Barrett Avenue, corner of Barrett and Broadway. National Headquarters, Post Office Box 48, Atlanta, Georgia. Honorable Stephen P. Kennedy, Police Commissioner of New York City, New York, New York. Confidential and top secret, reference to black Muslims. Dear fellow white man, the Christian Knights of the Ku Klux Klan is composed of all loyal white people, both Catholic and Protestant, native born.
He said they are composed of all loyal white people. Then when we look at all loyal white people, we are looking at all loyal Ku Klux Klan people.
Native born and foreign born, young and old, we are working to unite all of the forces of the white Christendom in the struggle to preserve the great white race.
To preserve, pardon me, just listen to what he said. To preserve the great white race. Who is going to preserve the great black race? When you here want to be white, well, now who's going to preserve the black man? If you want to go over and be white, or let them fob you in your color, who is going to preserve the black man? God and Elijah will try and preserve them.
The future of civilization depends upon the survival of the beautiful, intelligent white race, the bearer of Christian truth. I received a report from one of our Klansmen on the New York police force informing me that...
Just a minute. Did you say one was on the police force?
That's right. I'll reread it.
Oh, yes, sir.
I have received a report from one of our Klansmen on the New York police force informing me that the nigger Muslims are in rebellion against white law and order. Make a comment?
Now, he says that he has received from one of his Klansmen that is on the police force that we, the Muslims, pardon me, yeah, we, the nigger Muslims, are in rebellion against white law and order. I want that leader of the Ku Klux Klan to prove to us one instance where we ever have rebelled against the law of New York. On one instance, or anywhere in the country. I wished I could take him to Congress, and he and I sit down face to face with a mic, a national hookup, and let everybody see he and I talk together. I would like to see that. We would pay $100,000 for every hour, for every half an hour, to get that kind of talk to shore up this wicked world.
He reports that those blacks have no respect for your honest white Christian policemen.
Yes, sir. Now, we have no respect for police force. We are in Chicago for over 25 years. We were in Detroit 10 years. We go all over this country. What police is out there can say to us that we disobey them or their orders? We are the best law-abiding citizens there is in the country when it comes to not making trouble. We don't make trouble. What we look like trying to rebel against the law and order of the country with nothing but our hands. We don't carry knife, gun, pistol, or nothing. We don't teach our followers to carry no such thing. We come to you absolutely without any armed with nothing but the truth. And yet we are the greatest troublemakers in the country, doing nothing but at peace with each other, and yet it's troublemakers. That shows you who these people are. Move on.
Therefore, in the interest of law and justice, I am offering you the support of the Christian Knights of the Ku Klux Klan.
Look out, Harlem. I read in the paper last week where they had already reinforced the police force. So better look at them careful. You will see a little badge with the cross on it.
I am an expert on the black Muslim and have kept up with their infidelic activities for many years. From my knowledge of them, I assure you that they are much more dangerous to white Christian rule in New York than you realize. You and I must join forces to stop the black Muslim now, or they will soon drive every white person out of New York City.
Very weak.
The largest city in the world will then be all-nigger city of black supremacy, where white black Muslims from conquering New York is for my Christian Knights and your New York police to join hands and work together to uphold white Christian supremacy. Without the support of my Christian Knights, the Muslims will continue to force you to retreat until you and the great Mayor Wagner and all other white officials and judges will be ousted from office. Then he will only allow niggers on the New York... Oh, I'm sorry. Without the support of my Christian Knights, the Muslims will continue to force you to retreat until you and the great Mayor Wagner and all other white officials and judges will be ousted from office. Elijah Muhammad will then give your job to a nigger and put in a nigger as mayor of New York. Then he will only allow niggers on the New York City Council, and all judges and all policemen will be niggers. By then, the Muslims will have driven all white people out of New York without exception. Don't let the black Muslims fool you when they demand entrance to schools in white neighborhoods or demand houses or apartments in white areas. They only wish to enter white neighborhoods and white schools so they can then proceed to drive all the whites out. Take my advice and we will put the niggers in their place instead of letting them take over New York City and all national power that goes with it. Continued, page 2, preserve the white race. Page 2. Page 2. We need to put the black hoodlums out of business. But we must do it in a legal way with the police and the courts. As a Georgia lawyer, I insist on doing everything according to law. You know what I mean. It is urgent. It is urgent that you persuade the officials of the state of New York to immediately repeal all ordinances and laws that prevent whites from discriminating against Negroes because Those evil laws constitute an open invitation to all the niggers in the South to move to New York City, where they will strengthen the Muslim and subject that giant metropolis to black supremacy. Those laws need to be replaced with laws that will help white Christians in New York to imitate us Southerners by keeping the darkies in their place. You might be interested in knowing that some Southern businessmen and farmers are complaining because their darkies are leaving the South and moving to New York, where they can get higher pay. Wealthy Southern housewives are complaining because it is becoming harder to find colored maids and cooks who will work for $1 per day. They want you to send them back and cut out those high wages for niggers in New York. They are moving to New York in large numbers to work for higher wages on account of your laws against racial discrimination. Remember, every nigger who moves from the South to New York City makes the Muslim more powerful. You need to learn more about the evil genius, Elijah Muhammad, or just a minute. Elijah Muhammad, or you will never stop him and his niggers from taking over your city. He claims to be the reincarnation of that infidelic 7th century prophet, Muhammad, who almost conquered the known world, and he may be him because he is much more clever than the other niggers. I think we need to put Muhammad out of the business in the legal way and not use the not use the criminal method that the communist FBI is using against him. I hear that the FBI is hiring Negro pimps to join up with the Muslims so they can spy on them. They will also start arguments and meetings so as to disrupt them. They also try to turn niggers away from the Islam by accusing Muhammad and other Muslim officials of stealing money out of the Muslim treasury, because the FBI knows that most niggers will believe those kind of false charges without any proof. Even though I would enjoy seeing Muhammad hang from a Harlem lamppost, I have to admit that he does not steal from his own followers. We are both familiar enough with the red FBI methods to know that the FBI plans to frame the Muslim by having niggers. FBI pimps use violence and then blame it on the Muslims instead of using illegal FBI police state methods. I suggest that we put the Muslim out of business with the white Christian methods that have worked so well in the South. Besides, any spies we put among the Muslims will probably be killed. Those Muslims are the meanest niggas in the world. You need to realize that Muhammad has organized several 100,000 Negroes throughout America. His Muslim temples are springing up everywhere. He has several temples in my home city of Atlanta. If you were a student of race, you would know that Christianity is the white man's religion and has only been successful in white countries, whereas the Muslim religion, Islam, is a nigger religion which appeals to the nigger, black racial instinct. That is why the Muslims grow stronger every day, even though every nigger that becomes a Muslim will go to hell when he dies. If we fail to stop the Muslims now, the 16 million Negroes of America will all soon be Muslim, and you will never be able to stop them. Reports from Christian missionaries say that Islam is sweeping over all of Africa, so don't underestimate the Muslims. Up to and including its edition, copyrighted in 1956, the Encyclopedia Britannica admitted that under the heading of Negro, that the nigger is closer to the anthropoid ape than the white man is in every respect except one. It also reveals that the nigger to be natural born cannibal. For more information about the facts of race, I suggest you read Take Your Choice, Separation, or Mongrelization it is, by the late U.S. Senator Bilbo of Mississippi and the White American, by Ernest Severe Cox. Both are in the Library of Congress. Another valuable race book is The Cult of Equality by Stuart O'Lander. 305 Charters, New Orleans, Louisiana. Therefore, you can easily see that your problem is with black savage. We will help you put the blacks in their place before they turn all of your great cities into a barbaric jungle. The NAACP is a bad gang, but I assure you that the Muslims are 10 times more dangerous. The NAACP is a cream puff compared to the black Islam. The NAACP likes white people so much that its members try to associate with us whites every day. But the Muslims think they are better than us whites, even though everybody knows that we whites are superior to the nigger coons. I guess you know that the NAACP is headed by a man who is not a nigger, but there is a bad nigger at the head of the Muslims. I've had white Christian friends write to many magazines inciting them to denounce Muhammad and his Muslims so as to scare many cowed Negroes away from him. So far, I have managed to stick both Times Magazine and U.S. News and World Report on them. Police Commissioner Kennedy, my dear friend, I now offer you the service of this Christian Knights of the Ku Klux Klan for the purpose of maintaining white supremacy in New York City and for keeping New York niggers in their place. I think 5,000 Klansmen could clean up Harlem for you if you would give them police badges and New York police uniforms to wear instead of that Klan uniform. They will leave their Klan robes at home so the New York niggers won't know that your police reinforcements are white Christian Klansmen. You can use our Christian Knights as guards to protect every white business in Harlem and also other New York areas where niggers customers are giving trouble to white businessmen. After all, how do the black jigaboos expect to live without white businessmen to sell them what they need? You can also use our Klansmen to escort white salesmen into Harlem and other parts of New York City that are suffering from the black plague. I will expect you to supply my Klansmen with police pistols so they won't have to carry their own pistols. They will also require machine guns, riot guns, tear gas, and big clubs. They will especially want some big sticks with iron inside the wood so they can crack hard niggers' skulls. Niggers have thicker skulls and smaller skulls than we whites. In your police uniform, my Klansmen will teach New York niggers to respect white Christian policemen. I would send my Christian Knights to your rescue as soon as you call for them. Do you want to keep the plan secret or make them public? If we give publicity to these plans, the yellow-livered, cowardly darkies would probably start shaking in their shoes and showing proper respect for white people before the arrival of the Ku Klux Klan. Please advise. In case you decide to keep our plan secret, remember that the secret might leak out. In case of a leak, strongly deny that you have called for the support of the Christian Knights of the Ku Klux Klan. I want you to jump up and down and scream when you tell this newspaperman that you are not working together in case our plan leaks out. That will keep them from saying anything. Tell your superiors to take their choice. You can either accept our support and have white supremacy in your giant city, or you can retreat and abandon New York City to Elijah Muhammad. his Muslim and his black supremacy. I know we will enjoy working together to roll back the black locusts. Together, my dear friends, we will save New York City for the white race, the race that built civilization. In the Christian bond of white racial brotherhood, I remain yours truly, yours of Christ, for Christ, race and country. The Imperial Wizard of British Secret Bank. Thank you.
Brothers and sisters, just a minute. We thank the brother for reading this letter to you. Our time is just about up here, but here's a letter that he wrote me directly. He sent me a copy of this commissioner's letter. I don't know why he wanted to send me the copy of the commissioner's letter, but he sent me also a copy of my letter, but we don't have time to, or rather sent to me a letter directly to me. And we don't have time to read this letter, but I will say to you, the brother may read just 3 lines, or first paragraph here.
Infidel, I have your black Muslim on the run, and I will soon put you out of business. That being the case, why don't you dissolve your Muslim niggers organization or Islam and tell your darkies to go home and be good niggers and to stay in their place? Muhammad, you don't have a chance against me because I am using other niggers against you. Some niggers work for me for pay, and others work for me because they are cowards, and some of them work for me because they know I am right. You will have to admit that I kept you from speaking in Indianapolis recently. For several months I have been operating out of my special Louisville base to build the Klan stronger in the border states, especially Indiana. Therefore, when I heard you were planning to speak in Indianapolis, I drove over to Indianapolis and had a conference with local Klan leaders. They told me I had nothing to worry about because they would scare the coward Negroes in Indianapolis. They then got prominent people to call on Reverend Harding and other leaders of the nigger community in Indianapolis and headed you off. We were also able to frighten you and your black friends with the police. Of course, I told them to threaten you with other laws instead of that unconstitutional law that says you can't hate anybody, whatever that means.
Yes, thank you, brother. Thank you very much. Brothers and sisters, you have heard these letters read, and a part of another letter here, which I would like that you heard the whole entire 2 pages of it. And you will find how that this Klan's leader boasts that he has the preachers of the church on his side, and that several of them is working directly with him. And I don't think that they actually know that they are working with him, but this is enough for them to learn. And this is enough for you to know what they are doing against you. Think over these things. They like to beat your head. They like to kill you. They like to deprive you of justice. They don't want you enjoying the same freedom that they enjoy. They don't want you in a good home. They don't want you in their neighborhood. They don't want you in their country. So why should not you and I unite and get out of their country? Let's get out from among them.
Will everyone please hold your feet just for one more minute until our beloved leader and teacher finishes. Please hold your seat for just a few more moments. Thank you.
So this visit here this afternoon was mostly to acquaint you with just what was going on and who is the real root hate teacher and the real root troublemaker. I wanted you to know that. We are not making trouble nowhere in this country. We're not trying to make trouble. We don't intend to make trouble. We only intend to try to unite our people, get them together, tell them the truth, and teach them to go for themselves and stop laying around licking white people's boots, begging them for a little piece of bread and a little dime, our job to make a dime. Let us unite and get together, take our black woman to ourselves,
and protect her from the white lynchers and from the white rapers. And if we can't do that, then let us go commit suicide ourselves. Because we're not fit to be a race of people if we cannot protect ourselves and our woman. We just cannot be fit to be called a race of people. The white people are coming in your own houses today, walking in the street, grabbing up your guns off the street, raping them, doing whatever they please. Your paper is full of that stuff every week. I say, let you and I unite together, beat our children back in the house, and stop them from trying to be white children, stop them from mixing with them even as much. Stop our woman from painting her face like white people. Stop our woman from dyeing her hair like white women. Stop our woman from rouging her lips like white women. Make our woman be our woman. And give her a home to herself. And then the world will respect you. You can't be respected over here crying to be white, crying to have white people to allow you to marry them. You can never be respected. Who wants a people like that? And what man is fit to be called a man who will allow his wife to sit right in his face, dye his hair, her hair, like white people's hair, then paint her face like white people? Right there and then I tell my wife, since you want to be one of them, get out of here and go to them, and don't never come back this way anymore. If a white man saw his wife trying to blacken her face, blacken her hair, blacken her eyes, and her eyebrows to look like black niggers, he would kill her. I say, my friend, wake up and be a man yourself. And stop standing around arguing with each other. As soon as a leader rises up among you to help you, you are ready to stone him. And you can try and stone me if you want to. I'm going to try and love and make unity for you. You do whatever you want. I'm never going to throw a stone at you. But I have someone behind me that will throw stones at you. So don't bother with throwing stones today. Bother about trying to make unity among the black man and try to be the black man's brother everywhere you find him on the planet. That's your bet today, is to try to be in unity with all dark people. Stop trying to be in unity with the people that don't want you. They hate you and call you a D-black so-and-so and so. Get out of that people's face. Stop begging them to live in their community. Stop moving in their community. Stop sticking your black child up around their white children in their school, forcing them to admit your children. Go ask them to build you a school. Go ask them to give you the textbooks that they have. Go ask them to finance you a school until you're able to finance it for yourself. And your children will be better children for the future. Instead of trying to make them stick up over there in a white school where they are stoned, kicked out, cursed, and called all kinds of ugly names. You are a fool for doing so, trying to break a way into a man's house that is kicking you out. Get out of his house and go for yourself. This earth is large enough for you and I to live on it. Ourselves, not in the white man's house. The white man wants America, let him have America. Let you and I go elsewhere, where we came from. Stop making trouble for yourself, and him too. If he's through with you and I, he has freed you and I, let's act like free men. Go for our free self. I thank you. This is our conclusion. Sorry we had to stay up to the last very minute. This is the very minute. Thank you, but all who would like to line up here and give their names to us, that you are joining the unity of the black men, I say, come on up. Come right on up. All of you that would like to join up with us, come on here and take the name as quick as possible. Come on over here. Come on and join up with us. Let's have unity among us.
Come on forward, brothers and sisters. Ku Klux Klan and not. Everybody that's not registered, please remain in your seat. Come on up and see and shake the hand of Muhammad Elijah Muhammad and prove to him that you're a man and you're behind a black man. If you think it's time for black men to have their freedom, their justice, their equality, they can get behind a man that's standing for black people. Get behind a man that is defending the black man. Get behind a man that is not afraid to put his life out for the black man and the black woman of America. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Those who are not registered, please keep your seats. But if you are a black man and think it's time for black people to get behind black men, stop following the Ku Klux Klan, then come on and get behind the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Your own kind, your own brother, your own leader. Honorable Elijah Muhammad knows what it means to suffer. He knows what the little man in the street is going through with. Honorable Elijah Muhammad says it's time for us to have some earth that we can call our own. It's time for us to have something, security, happiness, protection for our women and children. Don't be afraid. Come on and get behind Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Line right up. Can you see what is there now? How they come? Straighten them out down. Get somebody.
Oh, hold it. Please come up to the, on this side, Brother Whiteside over there. Come up to your right. Come up through these aisles over here and go this way. Brother Minister Robert Means.
So we can see. We want to see this.
Now, where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
I hope you don't think hard. Now, there is much that we have to get over in a short time. I don't want to worry your patient here all this afternoon. Of course, it's very warm, and I am one that is suffering the same heat you are suffering. But it is your life at stake. We have 20 million people in America today that if the truth is not told to them, everyone will die like flies. Suppose the war be declared tomorrow morning. Where is it a shelter for you? Where is it a refuge for you? I say, my friend, summing up the truth. If war would start tomorrow, a holy war, and you and I are wise enough to see the preparation that is now being made, it is not made to fight a certain area or government of people. It is not said to go against a certain country. It is to fight the whole entire human family of the planet Earth. That's the kind of war that we are in today. It is a war that will affect every heart of every human being and child on our planet. The Holy One says that day even will be such day of trouble, such grief upon the people, that even it will cause even children to turn gray hairs. The Bible says there will be such a time of trouble. Never was the like before, nor will there be the like anymore after that time. You are ignorant in that time today. Who are going to aware you of these things? Who are you looking to aware you of the trouble that is now coming upon the world? Are you waiting to have your slave master to teach you this? Did he teach you anything about God and about the religion of your father for 300 years? He whipped you away from the Bible. He dared you to enter the church, right? You don't have to tell right about You was not allowed in the white man's church for over 300 years. Now today he has opened his door to you. He has translated his Bible. He has revised it and revised it and revised it. You know, and now the Bible in your home is not to no chain and lock on it. It's open to you, right? And you don't understand it, and he knows you don't understand it. You were in his church. He segregated your church for you, right? He segregated your cemetery, right? He segregated everything. He segregated his house for you. Oh, right. What is all of this integration about now today? a fool. Wake up and get wise. If I kick you out of my house all the week and daring you to come in my house and won't allow you to drink out of my dipper, I won't allow you to read my book. All right, all of a sudden, here is the book. Here is the dipper. Here is the door. Come here. Come here. That's right. If I'm wise, I wouldn't get afraid. I said, now you have a trick up your sleeve. Millions of ignorant black people called Negroes. You're not Negroes. There's no such thing as a race of Negroes. And anyone teach you that you should be called Negro, you are then a fool for saying that you're a Negro. You should oppose that name by anyone who calls you that. From this day on down the line, that you are not a Negro, you're a member of the Asiatic nation and from the tribe of Shabbat. Then if you would have me to tell the truth to you, you're not Johnny Jones, you're not Sammy Brown, you're not James Coleman. That's just not your name. That's the name of your slave master. And as long as you are called by that name and you answer to it, you belong to them. By no means will they ever teach you to get out of their name. By no means. And that they know. I'm telling you the truth. Because that name of theirs will take you to hell. Let them know. Johnny Jones, Sammy Brown is not the names of Almighty God. You have to have a name of God to see the hereafter. You say to yours, yes, Muhammad, you call it Muhammad? That's the name of God. That's one of God's names. It means praise. And one worthy of praise. And one that is praised and praised much. That's what it means in English. Now, you say you don't want to be called Mohammed. You're foolish. You would rather be called Mr. Woodstock, or Mr. Wood, or Mr. Tree, Mr. Ramble Tree, or Mr. Hole, or Mr. Thickpen, or Mr. Fish, or Mr. Bird. You're no bird. You're no fish. Why you want to be called by any such name? Mr. Sawyer. How you become a Sawyer? Probably you never have salt. Mr. Ash. Brother, let me tell you one thing. Get out of such name. The day God Almighty has said to me that He has a name for every one of you. These names will live forever. Your Bible teaches you that the name of God will live forever. And the Bible teaches you that God will come, right? And He will call you after His own name. Oh, praises to Allah. But He can't call you by these names and say they're His names. That's right. You said name mean nothing. Rather stick around. Just stick around. Your Bible is very true if you understand it. It teaches you that all that had the name of the beast went down in rich the present world with such knowledge, they have kept it as a secret. But today, as it is written, the secret of God and the universe must be made known. Because this is the last day of this world. And my beloved brothers and sisters,
You are the original people of the earth, and you have no right to be longing for social equality or integration into the white race, because you don't belong in their blood and they don't belong in your blood. I want you to know that. You be so foolish today that you would like to destroy your blood and their blood by intermixing. I don't think that you have two cents worth enough, especially when you are the first and the last. The first means that you will be before this world and you will be after this world. The last means that after this world. Why should you destroy yourself? Why should they offer you such opportunity today when you was lynched yesterday for even looking towards them like you wanted to marry one of their daughters? Why do they want you to marry their daughters today? Why do they want your son or your daughter to marry their son? There are not any intelligent white people that actually want this thing to happen, though they are permitting it to happen. But the lower class of both white and black loves this kind of filth. It is nothing but pure filth. And you said you were a slave here for 400 years now. 300 years, your parents' back was lashed by the white slave master, and you worked for him for nothing, and was not given any freedom whatsoever. And when they said you was free about 98 years ago, they have not given to you nothing to start with. Therefore, you were handicapped to leave them, because you had nothing to go upon, so you fell right back into their power as a free slave. That you have become a Please, come. They're having a little trouble with their hearing on the outside, so they want to rig me up here. I'm talking about chains of slavery. Look like the secretary here want to chain me. So, you who have suffered the lash in your father, my father, for 300 years, has been subjected to the lynch's rope and the limb. And his father, that he cooked your flesh, he fried your flesh in the fire for even looking at his girl. His girl didn't have to tell the truth, just say that you were looking at her like you wanted to say something. That meant your life, right? What kind of fools are you now that they wish to be? All that had the name of the father of the lamb was seen on another show, right? Singing the song of victory. All praises to God. You must be awake. Someone must awaken you. It is not the fault of the white man that you are not waking up today. I'm not charging them with the fault of you not hearing the truth or believing the truth, because the truth is now being sounded in your ear. They're not trying to prevent me from coming here to teach you the truth. That goes well with them in God, if you but know it. They are doing a favor for themselves to even allow the truth to come to you. You won't be able to tell them when they come that if it had not have been for you, Mr. White Man, I would have heard the truth. He will tell you, nigger, you're alive. You say, I'm afraid to go out there and listen to that Mohammed. Why should you be afraid? If I am here with the truth, why should you be afraid of the truth? Is it due to you just actually by nature don't like the truth? No, you're not like that. You're made like myself. You love the truth, but you are afraid of the white man. Here he don't like it. And since he don't like it, you will pretend like you don't like it and suffer the evil consequences of rejection. He's not prevented you from taking it. The white man is doing a great favor for you in a way of speaking. I don't fault them for your ignoring the truth. I fault you. You say, well, didn't they prosecute you? Why, certainly they did. But they had it to do. They couldn't help it. And I told them they couldn't help it. And since they could not help but prosecute me, I cannot help but keep telling the truth.
Dear Father, tell it all.
You are a great people. You are not what you have been taught that you are. You are a great people. You are members of a great nation. A nation have no birth record, and have no such thing as an end. There is no prophesying, no Bible, by no prophet or in the Holy Quran that there will come an end to the black nation. No prophesying. If you find it, bring it to me and prove it. I'm ready to get down and stop teaching Islam. There is no such thing as an end coming to the black man. He has been here ever since we had a unified, and we have history according to the word of God dates back to 72 trillion years. 72 trillion years, that same sun that you see shining out there today has been shining. And we have also a history of the star which took place in our flag of unified some 60 trillion years, pardon me, some 66 trillion years ago. And we also have a knowledge of the deportation of our planet and the moon, which took place 66 trillion years ago by one of our own scientists, which taken our explosion, as they are trying to find that same explosion today to destroy the planet. He taken our explosion, drilled a tube into a moon, which was called moon, and a lot of ancient people today refer to it as moon. It is moon. And he filled that tube full of our explosion, set it off, and it split our planet in two. That part that you see there tonight that we call moon, it was blasted away from the original orbit, pocket that we were in, some 12,000 miles, and it turned over, dropped all the water of that part on this part. That's why this part today, its surface is 3/4 covered underwater, because we have that water that once was on the moon. On that part. I don't think that this is a good thing to be teaching to you, but I want to get to your history and my history. Now, a black scientist did that 66 trillion years ago. He was mighty enough to try to destroy us by drilling a tooth into our earth, as we call it today, surface, about 4,000 better miles. They split this planet, and this part dropped 36,000 miles from the original pocket, start rotating, or rather found the pocket, and it starts rotating, and we are the lucky people who are on this part that we didn't get destroyed with those who are what's on the moon. The moon is part of our earth. The astronomers today, they have learned that, and they believe it. And God Almighty has revealed the secret of this to me, and not only the secret of the moon and the earth, but to me, but have also given to me the secret knowledge of more planets other than the earth, even to Mars, the civilization on it, and they have the language of the people on Mars, and they can speak to these people, they can question them, they can make them react to our wishes, but they cannot make us react to their will. They are a people that is not exactly like us, but they walk on 2 feet like you and I. But they are taller than we are, and they are more skinnier than we are, and they live 1,200 of our earth years. The white race has been suspecting that there was life on Mars, not only on Mars, but there's life on Venus, there's life on many of the other planets. Some 7 planets of our solar system has life on it, and it is known. But it is not known to the white world because they are a very young people who were just brought about for the last 6,000 years, and their first knowledge of astronomy just came about less than 500 years ago. And the old original astronomy among our people, who today keeps his mouth shut in order that he may not